Hello, welcome back to the Couch Surfers podcast. So, this is our first, after we decided on all the branding sort of podcast, as we mentioned in the video. But this is on Enter the Gungeon, which we just played on Monday.
I think it's our second.
Yes, but with that one we were sort of unsure about the branding and stuff, the name.
That's true.
But that was a fun game. That was Castle Crashers?
Yes, Castle Crashers.
Castle Crashers.
It's interesting.
Anyway, we're not talking about Castle Crashers, we're talking about Enter the Gungeon. So, if you haven't seen the video to go with it, there's a link below to this guy's channel to see it, where we played for about 25 minutes and we both sucked pretty bad at it.
Me worse.
Yeah, he died a lot.
Yeah.
And I died as a result of him dying a lot. I'm gonna blame you. We did get up to the second floor though, so...
I don't think we've done that before.
No, we haven't as a co-op.
Yeah,
So we're getting better.
I'm getting better.
Whatever. So yeah, if you don't know our little schedule, it's every Monday we play the game on his channel, and every Wednesday on my channel we do the podcast to sort of go back, dissect it, and see what the game was like, with some other thoughts on top of it. So we're going to do that now. So, and also Monday nights after the video goes out, we go on your Twitch.
Yep.
And we also play the game some more, a couple of hours or whatever, depending on who's watching. So if you were there this Monday that just passed, thank you for watching. This is recorded very much in the past, but
Yeah.
Anyway, so this was Enter the Gungeon by Dodge Roll, released in 2016 on pretty much everything now. You can get it on PS4, Xbox One. I'm looking at the Xbox 360, that's why I did 360. Switch, PC. Yeah, that's everything.
Sure.
Whatever.
So.
Yes. It was published by the awesome Devolver. I quite like Devolver, they make some great shit. Yeah, and up to 2-player co-op, 1 to 2 players. So it is quite limiting if you're trying to play like a party game. This is not a party game, this is you hate your friend and want to hate them a little bit more kind of game.
Well, why do you want to play it with me then? You already hate me enough.
More. Let's talk about the game. So,
Yep.
What did you think of the overall... What's the word I'm looking for?
Gameplay?
Yes, we'll go with that. That wasn't what I was going for, but sure, we'll go with
Is
gameplay.
does that work within what you were trying to ask?
Not really.
Alright, then what were you trying to ask?
The visual experience.
Visual experience. I liked it. I love the comic booky, cartoony sort of retro style of the game. It sort of takes you back to, I guess, I don't want to go say like all the way back to Mario, but it's like maybe early to mid 80s sort of.
That's further back than Mario.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, NES was 85 or 86.
Okay. Late 80s. I'm not great with when games came out, so I'd say, but I guess I'm more talking about the comic-y sort of style to it.
So that's one thing I like about this game too, where they've done pixel art, but they haven't gone the full, can't make anything out 8-bit super retro looking games, where they've gone pixel art, but everything is distinct and everything is high quality and everything is visible. So I generally don't like pixel art for the sake of pixel art. I know it's a style choice and you got to make a choice whether you want to do it or not, I get it. And in 2D it does really work. And in 3D it can work as well, but we'll get on to that at another point. Not today.
When we play one of those games.
Yeah. Anyway, like Lego. But I think they've done it quite well. I think the visual style, it's got the 8-bit and you got things like, lasers and bullets and everything is just so nice to watch. It's so crisp, it's so gorgeous.
Even the background, the interaction with the background and the way that it does what it does within the art style is great.
Yeah, the other things, on that, I get lost in a lot of games because my eyesight's kind of garbage. That's why I can't play games like Gears of War, because everything is this one color, and I have a hard time in differentiating, your model from the enemy model, from the wall, from the gun, and all that kind of stuff. And I get lost very easily. And it's funny because we're playing it on a 47-inch TV. It's literally like a meter from our faces, and I still get lost in that kind of thing. But this game, it has like the real punchy and vibrant colors where everything looks a little bit different, and you don't ever get lost in the game. At least I don't think.
No, definitely don't. The colors definitely help a lot. The colors are very much like you've got one color for something, another color for something else. Like there's no two things that have got the same colors. Even the characters are completely different colors. You've got the floor which is basically always red, and nothing else is red. Yeah,
then you move on, because I'm looking at a screenshot behind our notes now, and it's grey. The next one of the floors is actually grey, and you got that one like consistent theme throughout the whole thing, and it's I find it easy. If I find it easy to find things in the game, then it's probably done pretty well, and I sort of adjust my bias for that. Like if I say I got lost in this game, but it was okay because it was done well enough for a normal person, but I'm just awful. But something like, go back to Gears of War, the first one. I could not see a fucking thing in the entire first Gears of War.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, just none. Anyway, off topic.
Off topic, yes.
So, my personal favourite thing about this game, which I want to talk about, is the theme. So, Enter the Gungeon, very much tongue-in-cheek, everything is a gun. Or a gun-related, or a gun pun, or something like that. Or a reference to something gun-related, or a reference to some sort of pop culture or other media property. Like, so your health, which you picked up during the middle of the game that you didn't see before.
Yeah, which I mentioned in the last video.
Yeah, your health is 2 red bullets, sort of, intertwined, and it looks like a heart. Your currency is casings. Your shield, sort of, removing of bullets thing is a blank. So, your first enemies are all bullets and shotgun shells, and you have bats, which are grenades with wings, and dynamite, and your guns are obviously guns, but then you have guns which are bullets that shoot guns. And have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen that. You've mentioned that one to me before.
So 2 of the guns you can get is the bullet and the shell. The bullet is a gun, but it's a massive bullet that shoots handguns that spin around and shoot bullets. And then a shotgun shell is the shell, but it shoots shotguns which spin around and shoot shotgun shells.
All right. When I get to see that would be great.
Yeah, and I personally love that. Like, the humor of that is on point, and it's done so well. Like, everything, like absolutely everything is a gun or gun related, and it's not like, Herder, Second Amendment rights or whatever kind of gun related where it's really punched at you. It's more of a comedic, tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. And politics aside, I don't really give a shit either way, but it's just done well.
Yeah,
at least I find that.
No, I will agree with you on that. It's very, very well done. It's Into the Gungeon is literally Into the Gungeon. Like, you've got guns freaking everywhere.
Yeah, and all the guns, at least all the ones I've used, which I've used quite a lot because I've played this a bit. Excuse me. All the guns are actually well made. They're all very interesting and very unique. Like, we didn't get through many guns, unfortunately, and the ones we did find were pretty basic. Like, I started off with the pistol and the crossbow, and here the Nerf gun is the co-op guy.
And then I got the shotgun.
Then we got the shotgun.
I like the shotgun. The shotgun was good. Like, when going into the gameplay again, when the shotgun blast sort of went, like, it spread to a point and then just stopped and it just carried on. Whereas a lot of games, the shotgun blast will just go off in every direction possible. It's like they've got it very refined and very well.
It's just tweaked. It's all polished.
It is. It's a very polished game to a point.
Yeah, I think they've balanced a lot of the stuff well. Like, because the game is a bullet hell and it's hard as hell. They sort of have to make it to the point where people aren't going to play it if it's unfair.
Yeah.
And I think they've done a very good job in making it fair.
Oh, definitely. It's very, like, with that, the shotgun. Very fair and everything. Like,
and I do love the more you get. Like, it is a roguelike, and the sort of level up mechanics are, at the end of it, you get, well, when you defeat a boss, you get hegemony credits, which are like, money, right? You know what money is. You've used money before. Yeah. Okay.
Money.
Is it? Oh, you actually got money there.
Yeah, it's 5 cents.
Okay. I got $1 here. It's his. Sorry.
It's got more money over here. $2.
Anyway, but you get to buy upgrades at the start of the next game or before you start the next game, so you can buy extra guns or unlock extra guns basically and unlock extra items, and it's always helpful.
Is that the shop or is that completely separate?
Yeah, there's like 3 shops.
Okay.
No, not that shop. No.
No. Okay. So we didn't get to see that part.
No.
Okay.
I guess I can show you that when we stream it. But yeah, when you die, you go back to the breach, which of course it's gun related again, and the elevator's a gun, just for the record. But
oh yeah,
bullet.
Yeah, big bullet.
But there's 3, I think, different salesmen who sell you things at the breach, where you spend your hegemony credits on, so you unlock more guns and more items and power-ups and, whatever else. And it's pretty cool. I quite like it. You can unlock extra game modes. I think there's 2 extra game modes.
Cool.
You can unlock elevators to go down quicker to the bottom. But that's kind of useless because you need those weapons that you build up over the time. So if you go down to the last level without the weapons, you're kind of screwed. I've only gone through this game once, and I've played it for like 120 hours. I've only beat the game once.
Wow. Okay.
So the game is not easy. The game is not easy. I'm not good, but the game is not easy. Look, I don't know how much you could hear the. Could you hear the music when we were playing it?
Not at all.
If you could, let us know what you thought down below. But I personally love it. I've actually got the soundtrack on vinyl at home.
I have seen that. You have shown me that. You got that with the
plush.
The plush. That's right. And then the blue one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a blue bullet plushie.
It's cute. It is cute. I think it's stuffed in a box at the moment.
Yeah, with everything else. So what did you think of? Personally, I think that if you have to make a co-op game on a PC, it needs to be a controller. Yeah, you can't do 2 people on a keyboard. Like that.
It's not the 90s.
That doesn't work.
It's not the 90s anymore.
So, we both use Xbox Elite controllers. I've got the Series 2. He's got my Series 1. So for me, it's all about when you play one of these kinds of games, what is the controller experience like? Some people can really fuck it up, especially with bullet heli type games where you have to aim and you have to quickly do things and a bit low latency. It has to be perfect. What did you think?
What was the question?
What do you think of the controller experience?
Oh, controller experience. Yeah, it's good. I'm not a huge controller fan. I do much prefer keyboard, mouse, face, foot. I don't know. But with this, it is quite good. It's quite easy. I find that you can't turn down the sensitivity, which is an issue for me because I'm not very good with high sensitivity games.
But that's the thing though, like, because it's a twin stick, it's the direction you push is the direction you're aiming.
Yes, which I found out near the end of the video.
So you thought it was more tanky controls where you push right and you turn right rather than...
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why you can't really turn down the sensitivity, because if you're pushing up, you're pointing up.
Yeah, so I guess...
I needed my prop, sorry.
I guess in a way it is... I'm being a bit biased, because I did only realise that you could aim near the end of it. But when it does come to that, I kind of did forget about that again. It's easier when you can aim. Yeah. I'm definitely going to say that much. It's a lot easier to aim.
The thing I like about this game with its controller support, and you would think this would be more common, but you can actually remap all the buttons, and that's surprisingly uncommon, which I don't understand. If you have controller support, especially with a game like Enter the Gungeon, I don't like the default control scheme. They've got those 2 buttons as shoot, so the bumpers are shoot and dodge, whereas I like it on the triggers because they're, nice big buttons, and I've got the sort of hair trigger thing locks, so they work as just like...
They're easier to reach as well, because instead of having to be up here and having everything cramped up, it's
exactly.
Nice, relaxed. You've got that movement, whereas here it gets quite stiff and your wrists sort of lock up a little bit. And
it's harder to sort of get everything else. So I think that's a much more relaxed grip. So, like, as much as I don't like their default one, you can remap it. So that's not an issue. A lot of games don't give you the ability to remap controllers, especially on console. But even on PC, where it's meant to be the more open platform, like I don't understand.
Yeah, I just like the fact that they are able to do both mouse, keyboard, and controller. Yeah, it's great. It's being able to have that option for, like, I guess, myself, who's more of a keyboard mouse person.
Yeah, I find this game is much better on a keyboard and mouse, like 100%. But being that we are trying to play it, on a couch, the controller experience needs to be...
Couch's coming. Hopefully.
Yeah, eventually.
It'll get there. But yeah, again, like, I guess I could sort of refer back to another game that we have played. I'm not sure if we played it on channel, but Adventure Pals.
Yeah, we played it on...
We did? Okay. Like, I find Adventure Pals might be a little bit easier, one player, on...
Really?
Yeah.
I find that kind of game, like a platformer, very much a controller kind of game. Or platformer, like running gun kind of game. Beat 'em up is the word I was looking for. Running gun and beat 'em up, same thing. Whereas this game is definitely more keyboard and mouse. In my opinion, because it's...
Oh, hang on. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Changing my mind as we're talking about it. Yeah.
I'm very influential.
That's what this sort of thing is about. Is it's literally just talking about games being able to not change each other's minds, but help us open up a bit more and think about it.
Think about things.
Yeah.
So I find that the controller support on this game is pretty good because it is. I personally think you should be playing this on keyboard and mouse if you can, but it's not terrible on the controller. They've got quite a good amount of aim assist, which we did turn up at the end for lols, and we still sucked.
Yeah, you may see that in the video or not. Don't know if I'm editing it out or yet.
No, I think we should leave it in.
just not edit the whole video at all.
No, I do like unless we like take a phone call or something during the middle. I don't think we should edit it personally.
Fair.
You can see how badly we suck the entire way through.
Okay, this is one that won't be edited then. All right.
And the last one I guess is, have you played Enter the Gungeon single player?
No.
Okay. Well, I have, and
this is definitely your topic to talk about.
Yeah. So to relate back to another roguelike, Isaac, which we have played a little bit of co-op.
Yes.
And you've played a little bit of single player.
I have played a little bit of single player. Yes.
When you get into Isaac as the second player, you're very much less powerful. You can't
do shit.
You can't do shit. You can't collect things. Can't use items, and you're a little bit less powerful by default. But in Enter the Gungeon, you start off with a crappier gun. You start off with the Nerf blaster thing, but
literal like Nerf.
Yeah. It still does the same damage as any other starter pistol, more or less. But you can collect guns. You can you have to both go through a door at the same time to actually get to the next room. You can go through chests. You can both collect items. You can both collect health and whatever else. So you got a shared pool of money. And it all just works. You have your own blanks. It seems to work very well. I do think the game actually scales up the difficulty. I'm actually curious if it does. I'm just going to quickly check. But the computer got angry when I did that. We did a lot of research before. I think it does. Yeah, I think it does. Anyway. Yeah, that does make a lot of sense because the game is going to be like, it's at a single difficulty. So when you add a second player, it sort of tones out that difficulty, so they sort of bring it up again. I think just more, I did notice more enemies and they were a little bit harder to kill.
Okay.
But I don't know, maybe it was just confirmation bias.
Possibly. Maybe I'll have to give it a go by myself and die on the first level.
Yeah. So I already know what I'm going to say for this one, so we'll go for you first. Would you recommend this for co-op?
I would recommend it for co-op. I guess because it's the only thing I've been able to play on it. It's fun. It's colourful. It's bright. It's
funny.
It's funny. It's punny.
Punny is, yeah. That's a more accurate way to describe it, I think.
Yeah. So it's good all round, I think. I'm not good at the game. but I'm not going to take that into account. But everything else, the game itself is really good. I think it's well presented, well thought out. Like they've really put in a lot of effort into every little detail.
Yeah.
Every little detail has been thought about.
Yeah, I think it's very well balanced. Like, even it is super difficult, but you can dodge through bullets and stuff, which is something we didn't say at all. It's made by Dodge Roll Games, and the main move you do is a dodge roll. You can dodge roll through bullets to have that sort of invincibility. So you have bullet hell, but you can also creatively dodge your way out of it. So it's much less unfair than a normal bullet hell. But I would definitely recommend this. If you have two people who are good at these kind of games, it'll be an absolute blast. If you have two people who are crap at this kind of game, it's less fun. But
you're better than I am.
No, I'm not good though. It's like 0.1% good versus 1% good, I guess.
Fair. All right. For once, I'm not that much worse than you are then.
No. Anyway, a little bit worse.
Just a touch. Just a touch.
Yes, this gets the us seal of approval. Go play this. If you want to play it on your own too, it gets my personal seal of approval. I think this is an absolutely fantastic roguelike. Probably one of the best ever made, up there with like Isaac and other games I can't really think of. FTL, that's the one.
Faster Than Light.
Yes, I do love that game. I want to go play it again. Anyway, thank you all for watching. We'll be back on Monday for the next video game playthrough on his channel. I forgot what words are. Go check him out on Twitch. Go subscribe to both of us. I have a Twitch channel as well, but I never use it, so I probably wouldn't bother. Yeah, every Monday and Wednesday will be the Couch Surfers video on Monday, and Wednesday will be this thing that you're watching right now, and plus other stuff sprinkled in between, probably for our own personal stuff. But I mean, who cares? I guess. I mean, we do because we make them, but
yeah.
You should watch it just for that reason. It's not good, but we made it, so you should definitely watch it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that was it. Oh, man. We're a bit loopy today. Not enough caffeine, not enough sleep.
Can't go get caffeine.
Can't go get caffeine.
Can't go get sleep.
I mean, there's a bed right there.
Yeah, there is, but it's
10 to 7.
Yeah.
We're going to go before we keep rambling. Thank you so much for listening or watching, and we will see you on the next video and audio thing. Bye.